And hello everyone! Welcome to another session of Fractures of Reality. In the last session, we did things. We did a lot of things, actually. You all faced a deadly dragon in a duel.
Deadly's not the word I would use.
Also,
I
would say that he cheated even.
You're saying he cheated because he didn't let me help you?
Yes.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm just fixing the overlay. Alright. So, you all, on your flying owl, on your flying bit of land that has an owl head on it, make your way over to the Platinum Palace, where Sylvester and Ozia are waiting for you.
Oh, hey, you're back.
He vanished into a vat of mud?
Yeah, that's to be expected.
Yeah, there was talk about offering souls and such.
Black dragons and swamps and all. Well, considering the... Yeah, hold on a minute. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Either Lord Alexander has changed into a rabbit since I last saw him, or he's not with you.
Oh. And some of our friends actually made it back.
That would explain.
I see.
Well, only two of us anyway. I'm Ryu. This is Charlotte.
I already know who you two are.
Wait.
Alexander talked about you and your group a lot.
Hold on. Aren't you?
I barely even.
Go ahead, Neku.
I haven't even met Alexander face to face fully.
And as you were saying, Ryu?
Also,
He sees Sylvester and he's like, wait, aren't you?
and then Alex walks in, which apparently I've lost his token, but I'm getting it.
I'm sorry, he doesn't exist anymore.
Nah.
Wrong one. But yeah, Alex just walks in.
Yeah. Alex comes in and says, alright, sorry it took so long to get back, everyone. Got what I needed to get from here, and oh, you're all back.
Not all of us.
Yes, I know. I noticed the distinct lack of red shading, so... no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Only a couple. We found there was a portal, but only two of us could make it out. I'm sorry.
That's infuriating.
Didn't you have Cricket with you?
It was all he could do to just get it was all he could do just to get us out of there.
Ah.
We still need to get the rest of them out soon as possible.
Well, thankfully, we're... Alex looks to Sylvester and says, well, thankfully, we're about halfway there. I got all the crystals from
Wait,
From
Alex?
Yeah. Yes?
If you're mentioning Vienna, please don't.
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
We vanquished the dragon in question.
I saw.
If you want to call it that.
Do you have a better word to use?
More
Defeated.
I don't even know. Oh, what to call? I don't even know what to call it.
In any
But-
case.
In any case, and since they had any divine intervention whatsoever, their two friends appearing out of thin air being nothing of my, well, not being my doing, I'm sure that Bahamut would be grateful on that one.
Yeah, let me go see if I can talk some sense into him now.
Sense into who?
Grandfather.
Oh,
It.
he already gave you the stone. It was at the very
okay.
last of the. It was at the very last bit of the last session, so it's fine. That I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but yeah, you've got the stone.
I wasn't sure if you mentioned it or not, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, she does have the stone. So anyways. Yeah, he's impressed. Here's the stone you needed.
Ooh, can I see?
Please do not drop it.
Cora handles the stone carefully.
All right.
Wait, if we're not supposed to drop it, then why would we be giving it to Mom?
Maybe you can hand it to me.
Oh, you can hand it to me. I'll take very good care of it.
Well, I guess you haven't dropped well,
I would like.
intentionally dropped?
Flora,
Mm-hmm.
I mean this with all due respect, but you take care of that crystal very carefully, because if my daughter is trapped in there forever, you will know the fury of a god.
Oh, relax. I've been doing this for so long, I don't even know how long I've been doing this. It could even be a day, for all I know.
That
well,
does not inspire confidence.
right.
Sylvester's just glaring at Sylvester in particular. She does not trust her at all.
Anyway, let me have a look at that stone. So its color. Its color is... I think that's... Yeah, that's pink, isn't it? That's the evocation one. No, wait, sorry. I'm getting my colors and things mixed up. That's the illusion one.
Do you think you'll be able to use it?
Oh yeah, I can use it.
Well, should we get everyone out then?
Oh yes. Do you want to get them out here?
Hmm.
I mean, personally, I would advise trying to get them out as soon as possible.
Alright.
Yes, please.
There you go.
She takes the stone and she tosses it into the air, catches it, and then slams it down on the ground.
Alex tries to use Mage Hand to catch it.
You catch it. She looks over. What?
Care to explain why you nearly smashed our only hope of getting my daughter and her friends back?
It's an ancient magic stone. Do you really think a little bump is going to destroy it? I'm opening the portal.
Does he believe her?
Do you believe her?
Can I roll an insight, please?
You may. Just roll 1d20 plus... I think you had like 5 or 7, if I recall. Just add 7.
I'm also
Well,
getting
mine
roll
is-
insight.
Yes, Neku?
Nothing. I would just say that's -2, but yeah.
Alright. As far as you can tell, she's telling the truth. She seems to be being honest.
Alex pinches the bridge of his nose and says, Okay. The longer we delay, alright. He gestures the mage hand to give it back to her.
She takes it back and then looks to Ringo and then says, They're so silly sometimes, aren't they? Open the portal, they say. Hurry, they say. Then they take the stone away. So silly. And then she does it once more. She tosses the stone up, catches it, slams it into the ground, and it shatters.
Flora face palms.
And
I'm
then
going
the
to kill you.
and then the shards all form into a circular ring. And there's a sudden whoop as a portal appears.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, well,
I can't believe it actually worked.
you think it would?
Do you get it back with the portal shuts then?
Sorry, could you repeat that, Clara?
Do you get it back when the portal shuts then?
I don't know. That's
You
a
said you've
joke.
been doing it for who knows how long.
That's a joke. Yes, you do. I can just turn it off.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
These people are so
Uh,
serious.
And even then, I can just fix it.
Oh, yeah. You think I'd be used to that by now? Hey, Sylvester. Come to you to
Yeah.
fix. I've broken a few things and I straight up come to you.
Can you fix a broken radio if it has tentacles growing out of it and it screams?
I'm not sure if I can fix that.
I think that thing needs an exorcism.
I mean, we tried an exorcist, but she looks to Rango. Didn't the last one, like, twist his head so hard it popped right off? And then it grew, like, little spider legs and turned into a crab. It was really weird. Then again, that place was really weird. I'm glad we left that dimension.
This is why I don't.
Should we get going?
Things.
Oh, no, we don't go in there. That's why you let your friend go back, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cricket should know.
I'm sure they'll be able to find us.
Flora just looks through carefully.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there.
You can see strange lumbering creatures in the distance.
Can I comprehend what I see?
Navessa is also looking through the portal. It's like, huh, so that's what that looks like. Yeah, I've seen worse.
Alex is also poking his head through. He's like, yeah, honestly, this is actually kind of normal for most Eldritch stuff. Like, I've seen a lot worse too.
Alex,
Yeah.
as you poke your head through, you feel a sudden weakness as you realize your powers don't work in there.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm staying away from that.
Ugh.
Listen,
I
I
don't-
might have the power to just traverse to other dimensions, but a dimension inside of another in between other dimensions is out of my powers.
That was like I was walking into an entire anti-magic field.
Yeah,
Ima-
I'm stepping away from that.
Imagine, just imagine what it was like. Just imagine what it's like actually having to stay there.
It's actually very similar to the magic that's in that Dunderduck place. I mean, it's not exactly outside of this dimension, so you'd probably still have your powers there, but I mean, maybe not because you can't get in, can you?
We bet. Honestly, the two of us best not tempt it, Savessa. We do the group a lot more good out here than we would in there.
Agreed.
There's a funny thing about that place, actually. Did you know that the barrier is growing?
It's what?
Yeah,
I
Barrier?
beg you. The barrier around that city is growing.
yeah, like there was this one rock that was really super cool, so I named it Harvey Rock. And when I went to check on Harvey Rock again, it was inside the little barrier that they made.
That is disconcerting.
Pretty disconcerting, but more to the more for present matters, we should be getting that other side of the, that other half of your team out as soon as possible.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully-
we're just waiting on them to arrive, are we not? I mean, we can't exactly go walking through the nest without an idea of where they could be. We don't even know if they're still alive. I mean, of
Don't
course they're alive. Of course they're
Don't
alive.
not-
I do apologize. My mouth runs ahead of me sometimes. Of course they're alive. What I mean is we don't know where they are.
Can Sylvester sense anything through the portal?
Nope.
Figured as much.
Or it's still looking through the portal.
Alex.
Alex looks over to Charlotte and he comes over and he says, "Yes."
Do you know what happened to your son?
My son, yes. I'm very aware.
Is he
That-
still alive now?
Alex closes his eyes, see if he can sense his son's presence. You know, his life force.
I mean, you know he's alive.
He is still alive, as far as I can tell.
That doesn't fill me with much confidence.
It does to me, at least.
I just hope the drow haven't caught him. We did raise quite a ruckus there.
He can take care of himself most of the time. I wouldn't have sent him in there if he couldn't handle it.
Very well. I just want to check on that. I understand losing someone important to you.
We'll have to go back and check on him if we can, just to be sure.
You be careful after the little stunt you pull. Well, they're not going to be. It's not going to be as easy to get into.
I believe Eve they mentioned something about a back entrance into the house they were hiding out in.
Well, once everyone comes back, I'm sure you can all start to consider using that. But as it stands, I'm more focused on. I've said it over and over again. I'm just more focused on wanting to make sure my daughter is okay. Both MP and I are just worried sick.
Well, what about that? You're in for an earful when she does get back.
Alex doesn't really seem surprised, and he just sighs. I imagine so.
I would rather get an earful than to not have him come back at all.
It is true. At least she is still alive, and yeah. That's what matters to me more.
Taking forever.
Would it help
Yeah,
if I played music?
No. If anything, it would make Korax want to stay away.
But at least I'd be able to hear it.
No, she has a point.
If
Then
they
they could
could
just come.
If they could, trust me, there are things in that world you don't want coming into ours. If our friends can hear your music, then so can they.
If something that isn't your friends comes out, I'll take care of it.
We both will.
Oh, would you guys like to see? Look, you can see our house from here.
Your house?
Yeah, our old home. She points to the clouds.
You lived in the clouds?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, you can't yet? That's right, you haven't had your second puberty. Yeah, we can walk on clouds.
What?
Yeah. And you'll be able to once you go through your second puberty.
Walking on clouds, not unnatural.
Cora is thinking.
I mean, a lot of magic people can walk on clouds.
True.
You know, if you go into there briefly, you actually might kickstart your second puberty. Might be worth a try.
I'd advise against it.
We don't need to lose you as well.
But the portal's right there.
Yes, well, Eldritch portals are tricky things.
I mean, you poked your head through it and it was fine.
That's because the rest of my body was still here.
I mean, you poked your head through and it was fine.
He just stares at her.
That's because we're gods. Of course we're fine.
And Clara here is my daughter. She'll be fine. Don't worry about it so much.
At least put a rope around her or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. Rope away, heave ho, round the straps, tie a little bow, give a little pick on the chick. Mwah. Okay. You're all set, honey.
So tethered Cora will go through the portal then.
You head
Assuming
through.
everyone's okay with that.
So Vess is at least a little bit morbidly curious about this.
You step through, and you feel a little weird at first. Like there's a buzzing in your body. And then your tail splits, and 2 tentacles pop out.
Ugh.
I guess you're right, Ma.
Look, you've grown your 3 tails.
Those are tails.
Yeah.
Didn't you say they like fall off eventually?
Oh yeah, they will.
You know, Sylvester, surprisingly, this is one of the stranger cases of Eldritch anatomy I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
The tails then fall off, leaving you with just 1.
Is that all, or do I need to stay here longer?
I don't know. You can probably come back now.
She comes back.
Yeah, you probably should. Like, I've seen a lot of weird eldritch creatures in my wanderings, but this is definitely the strangest case I've ever seen.
She's especially seen a lot more after I started coming to her.
Charlotte? You remember, at the mention of homes, you remember an address. That's all I'll say. Continue. Congratulations, Clara! You got your second puberty!
Hooray! I don't recall. Do we need to breathe?
Well, we don't, but you might still need to. It all depends on how far into your second puberty you are, you know?
Oh, so it started, but it's not done yet. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it just started. The tails bit is just the, hey, you're going through some changes. But I mean, who
Okay.
hasn't lost a tail every so often? She reaches behind her and just pulls off her tail like it's a clip-on.
What?
What
Just
other parts
so-
can you just take off?
All of them?
Oh my god, you remind me of those friggin' skeletons.
Just
Ah.
so just so you know, my kind have a very a bl- have a very a difficult history about that involving that kind of thing.
Oh, sorry. She puts her tail back on. It's slightly crooked now, but Rango fixes it up, and she goes, right. So if taking off the tail is a sensitive topic, I'll just grow some more. And there's a brief whoosh as her tail spreads out into 9 other tails.
Grief.
Clara just gives this dumbfounded look.
Gonna give the
Oh.
kitsune boy a heart attack.
Oh, good.
Is this not better?
Oh, goodness. My goodness, someone this tone deaf and out of control. Oh, being a QB. That's our worst nightmare come true.
So no on the tails, I see. They all vanish except for one.
Yep.
This is-
sorry.
This is exactly why Vierna never curses any of the kitsune to have wild magic surges, and is a QB losing control of their magic would be disastrous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it's a kitsune thing.
Okay.
In between his worries of, in between worries of everyone else getting back, Alex does look at Charlotte and he says, "Are you okay, Charlotte? You look as though you have something on your mind."
It's hard to say. Sorry, I just seem a little distracted. Guess I am worried for everyone.
Realized your fur color is white instead of black now.
She went through a lot in there.
Is there something wrong with that?
I just
No.
realized if you underwent some sort of change while in this place, oh god, what happened to the other ones?
Though, you do gotta admit, Sylvester, that the white and black fur instead of black and white fur, it actually kind of makes the uniform she wears look a little nicer, doesn't it?
Trust
She's more concerned about something else at the moment.
trust me, if Clara's fur changing color had anything to do with that place, I think it would be much worse. At least if what's been happening to Korax and Cicada or anything to go by.
She whips her head around back to Ryu and says, "What is happening to them right now?"
See, it seems being there is affecting Korax's magic, and Cicada appears to be growing eldritch features.
Oh jeez, good
Oh,
gods.
Dear.
Observe. Ah.
It's okay. Alice comes over and tries to pat her shoulder. It's okay, Sylvester. We can just We can just remove the changes once they get out.
Did Ma say the changes were permanent?
What, you've
Oh,
never heard
please.
of truth? You never heard
Oh,
of truth
please!
polymorph?
I bet she's never even tried.
Clara gives an inquisitive look to her mother.
Haven't tried what now?
My point exactly.
I wasn't listening, I'm sorry. I was busy watching the swirly portal. It's very mesmerizing.
Is
Charlotte
it
glances to the.
possible to revert these changes?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Is it possible to revert these changes?
I mean, to a certain point, as long as they've not been in there for say several months. It should be easy enough.
How long have they been in there right now?
I don't know.
The time dilation, it's almost well, with the time dilation of the two dimensions, it's impossible to tell.
By the way, does opening this portal like lock the time together?
Lock the time.
Yeah, so time moves at the same rate on both sides.
I don't know. What were you going to say, Charlotte?
Does the portal look like it's gonna shrink at all, or is it appearing?
Nope,
How is
it's
it
just
stable?
it's just staying one constant size. You feel free to ask about it.
How long?
How
will the
long can
portal
it stay open? Oh, so go ahead.
Oh, as long as I will it open.
Sorry, I interrupted Neku.
It's okay. Alrighty. So I won't be needed then. That's good. If you guys don't mind me, I'm gonna probably head out for a bit.
Okay.
Where are you heading to?
I remember something. I want to investigate it if I can.
Well, you could wait for the others. I mean, well, nah. You go have fun. Just be careful. Be careful tobogganing down the cliff.
I'm taking the house with me.
Wait, you're gonna
Just bring it back when you're done.
You're gonna strand everyone here, are you? Ooh.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
At least you all forget I am capable of teleporting everyone I so desire to any location I so desire.
Right, on that
Unless
subject.
it's on the other side of this portal.
Right, on that subject, could you teleport us to Londrak? I'm feeling like tacos.
Your job is to keep that portal open until the other half of this group comes back.
Hurry as
You know, Ma, he could probably just go get you tacos.
she runs up.
You probably need to hand him the money, though.
Oh, right.
Like,
Money.
I can just make tacos, you know.
Taco
looks-
Tuesday.
Ooh, that's even better.
He looks to Sylvester and he says, I know it's somewhat of a gross misuse of your powers, but could you please? The happier she is, I'm sure the stronger the portal will be.
Oh, you want it bigger? I can make it bigger.
Please
No!
don't make it too.
I said
Just-
stronger, not bigger.
We just need it to be enough. We just need it to be enough. Be big enough to fit a person. Nothing else.
While all of this is going on, Charlotte, you head out on the owl.
Alrighty. She's going to ask it if it can move to, I'm assuming the address that she remembers is going to be an Elven City one, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
She looks over to the temple one more time, and then asks to go to the Elf City or to the Elf City.
All right. You head out, and I will DM you. I will DM you / do details of that later. Just because I want to leave it a secret for the others.
Got it.
You okay with that?
Oh, that's fine.
All right. So I'd say you'd be gone for about an hour, and maybe closer to 3 hours. And you come back and they're still bickering. But now they have tacos.
Laura's still looking through the portal.
Nom 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 nom.
Charlotte
Um,
enters and looks around to the group. Oh, I see you guys have been productive.
Hey, Mom, what's that? Clara points to one of the swarms in the distance that she doesn't know is a swarm.
Oh,
Oh,
that's,
no.
That's well, we call them little Bessies.
Little Bessies?
Yeah, basically their mum is super fat and can't actually get off the ground anymore, so it's really hard for her to get any food. So she sends out her babies to, you know, go and collect food for her.
So basically, it's a hive mind.
Oh no, they can all think individually.
So
A
more,
swarm then.
Yes, that's why they are indeed a swarm.
so like the queen ant calling her worker ants to come provide her with what she needs.
Well, yes.
What are the resources like out there?
Oh, you probably don't want to know that.
From what I saw, it's just a bunch of rundown wood.
Yeah, it's best that that's all you saw.
But
I
anyway,
can imagine.
but regardless, welcome back. Welcome back, Charlotte. We have just been sitting here for the past hour,
3
Having
hours.
lunch.
past 3 hours or so.
We have tacos.
I wouldn't worry too much, Alex. I know Cricket can sense portals, so they should be on their way soon.
No.
Tell me, Charlotte, your portal ability. Does it cause any sort of magical, like, little, sparks or carvings to appear?
Odd you mentioned that. It does.
Can I see it?
Charlotte would open out her palm and concentrate on it as if she was making a portal. And the carvings and lines start appealing on her paws once more.
Whoa! That looks really cool.
Charlotte makes a small smile.
You should
Something
strike me a
changed.
pose. Strike me a pose.
Charlotte shakes her head at that. I'm not doing anything silly like that.
Please? Her ears droop.
Don't do that.
Her eyes dilate and she makes small whimpers.
No, the puppy dog eyes. No.
Charlotte would strike a pose as her arm would reach out forward as if she was trying to channel a beam of energy,
So
and the spark starts flying out.
her eyes just sparkle as she goes, so awesome.
Thanks.
Here, have a taco.
Do I know what this taco's made out of?
Yes.
Laura
It's
goes to get another
ground beef.
taco.
Yes, it is ground beef, taco seasoning, lettuce, and what have you.
Okay.
You know,
Charlotte eat the taco.
I've never quite understood how food works in this place, in this realm, but you guys have some pretty dang good tasty food.
You, I'm the one who makes all the recipes.
Oh wow, you're pretty amazing too. Still, I think Charlotte's more amazing, personally. Like, they got the little runes on their hand. That's really cool.
I'm sure a god can do the same thing nonetheless.
Yes, but the god isn't a cute little bunny.
She can be a cute
It's
little
each
bunny
their
if she
own.
wants to be.
But she's not, is she?
Yeah, I like her like this. The
Exact-
dragon form suits her well.
Exactly. So she's not a bunny.
I can turn into a bunny.
Yes, but you're not a bunny.
True.
Charlotte just like munches on a taco, watches this taunt fest just continue.
I think we're just going to keep talking in circles at this point, Savessa.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
What's it like up in home?
Oh,
Oh,
it
you
was
mean-
pretty boring, honestly. All we did was watch things happen. keep track of the children, make sure they didn't try to escape until they were fully grown, that sort of thing.
Until they were fully grown. Then what happened?
They left. You know, spread their wings
where?
and fled the nest.
They just went to some other dimension?
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure why the drow was so insistent on getting into this place.
Me
Alright.
neither.
Harness it. Harness the untapped potential. Honestly, when you've lived your entire life in the learnings and teachings and tomes of warlocks and such, you tend to learn that people will do just about anything to get their hands on a little bit of extra power.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
remind me.
that would do it. There is a lot of power in that realm.
Hmm.
The
I
sleep,
used to be the same on that.
the sleeping mother tends to be a little rowdy some days, but she often gives and grants quite a bit of power to those who just wander her home.
The sleeping mother?
Yeah. You know,
Who is that?
she's the mother, but she's asleep, so she's the sleeping mother.
Alex thinks of this. Using the knowledge that he has, does the sleeping mother sound familiar to him?
You could try, roll me 1d20.
1d20. Alright.
I'm gonna roll
Doesn't-
2.
Yeah,
Eh.
doesn't sound familiar to either of you.
Well, that's a new name. Not one I'm familiar with.
Me
If she
neither.
called the giant monstrosities that are roaming the area babies, and I can only assume, Charlotte simply says that when they're older, they would become something similar to a creature I've never seen. The mother would be the caretaker of everything over there.
Yes. Well, we're sort of like the fleas, you could say. We,
It's the world
So,
itself, isn't it?
yes. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't.
wait, this entire world is alive?
I mean, you don't expect a place between realities to exist without something there to power it, do you?
That makes sense. A lot of planets have a particular life source about them.
And, well, it's not as if it's the first time either of us have heard of a world where all its inhabitants literally live on the back of a giant creature.
Mm-hmm.
Quite so. Quite so.
Hey, wait, Mom.
Yes?
Why do Ryu and Charlotte said that there's like broken down towns down there? Why are there towns down there at all if like no one lives down there?
Oh, some silly people accidentally fell into the place, and then they tried to survive, and then they all died.
Oh.
I think there was even one point that an entire planet fell through. That was really interesting that day.
Mm.
Entire planet fell through a portal?
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't find it. Dear gods.
Yeah, never underestimate the powers of the Far Realm.
And these portals are starting to get bigger. That is very concerning.
I try to close as many as I can, but it is a growing problem.
Hmm.
How recently did they eat the planet?
I mean, that was something that happened before we left to go on our vacation.
That's like Clara thinks for a moment. And then she like turns to Sylvester. She's like, "How old are you?"
I am ageless, and I'm no timekeeper, I'm afraid.
Let
I
me
think
put
it
it this way.
was.
Go ahead.
If I had to guess, I think it was before this reality was even created.
Yeah, pretty much.
More than likely. Because
Like-
let me put it a bit into perspective for you, Clara. I am over 100 years old, and I am arguably one of the youngest gods that there are right now. Sylvester was very much a god in her prime when I was still mortal.
Mm.
In fact, I used to pray to her every now and again whenever I would make my maps.
Okay, but is Sylvester older than my mom, or is my mom older than Sylvester?
I don't think that's a question I can properly answer.
Well, you know what they say, it's rude to ask a woman for her age.
Rango, how old are you?
He breathes in, and then I need you all to make a wisdom save, except for Sylvester and Alex. Naturally, they're able to conceive the number, but the rest of you, wisdom save, and if you get below a 15, you take 5 psychic damage.
Even
Yeah,
Clara,
it's
even
fine.
though she has Eldritch Origin.
You take 2 psychic damage. You kind of understand it, but it's still a bit too much for you.
Get them, Laura.
As for the gods, the number scares you.
Dear God!
Yikes.
You have no idea how you understand that age, but that age is inconceivable. It's the number itself is an eldritch abomination.
Like, Alex just looks to Sylvester and he says, I dare say that's probably older than your grandfather.
Yeah. That's like the age even before the void.
Ugh. I didn't think I would find knowledge that would make me crawl in my skin like that ever again, but there you go.
Me neither.
Oh,
Oh.
wait, does that mean that the gods came from this place?
No, we didn't come from this place. Oh, you mean that?
She was
you mean-
pointing through the portal when she asked that question.
I mean, I don't know. It's not as if we're the only place, but it's not as if that's the only nest. There's plenty of other nests.
Okay, let me just put it into perspective for you. Before all of creation, before the Big Bang, there was nothing. And before even that, there were these guys.
Yes.
That's how old they are.
So,
Yes.
they're older than you then.
They are significantly older than me, yes.
Now don't call
Okay.
me don't call me granny or anything. I'm still in my prime.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call you that.
Good.
Thank you,
Because I am
Grandma.
a... She pouts and she balls her fists up and then slams them down as she goes, I'm not a grandma. I'm still young. I'm not that old.
Wait, are there fluffy defenders older than you?
I mean, there were some, but most of them are either still working or they left long ago and, well, there's just so much to see, we haven't really met up.
Speaking of... Actually, speaking of meetup, I wonder once all this is over if Sasha's still going to have that yearly game.
Oh, what?
Oh, don't worry about it, Ryu. It's just every once in a while, the gods tend to give themselves a break, and we have a fun little game together.
I see.
Oh yeah, I've heard about your little game, Gods and Grammets, right?
Close enough.
Eh. Tabletop role-playing games.
By the way,
Talking
Ma,
of-
is Sis still grounded, or do you think we can pull her out?
You want to pull her out? She's supposed to be grounded, you know?
That's why I was asking. I was asking if she's still grounded.
I don't know. I mean, she kinda did murder an entire planet of people.
Yeah, I'd say she's still
Okay, so still grounded.
Yeah.
Definitely still grounded.
Yeah, definitely still grounded. Though, if you want to mate her, I could unground her for a bit, and if she does anything bad, just let us know and we'll reground her. You know,
Okay.
it's up to you, dearie, if you want to meet your sister.
Well,
But you have a
I don't
sister in
think
there?
I don't think beings like that are likely to change after being grounded for an extended amount of time.
Laura has a sister in that world?
Yeah,
Supposedly.
she's grounded.
Oh, okay.
What did you say her name was again? I've been stressing out so much I forgot.
I think. What was it again? 1 second. Yeah, Uber.
Oh.
Oh, we've met.
You have?
She tried. She tried to. She tried to. I had to lure us into a trap, so she could likely kill us and eat our brains.
Oh, she's double grounded for that one then.
We don't know for we don't know for sure. Charlotte Charlotte it made the first shot on that one, and she retaliated. But considering what we found of her allies, as she called them, I'd say Charlotte made the right call.
Yeah, she's triply grounded now. No, even better. Quadruply grounded. Yes.
I mean, she's like infinitely grounded.
Yeah.
Didn't Bahamut threaten to do that to you once when I took you out to one of those more restricted universes?
Look, it was only for like a century, okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. Not the best way to start off a friendship, huh?
No, it's fine.
I know it's.
Hey,
I
Ma,
just yeah.
go ahead.
I mean, I just wanted to show appreciation for, coming in that one time and explain to me what the shards are like, and just I was a little too excited, admittedly.
Hmm. Well, anyways, I just realized something. One of you knows sending, right?
I do.
Okay, maybe you could send a message through that portal.
Well, I can try. If we have a direct connection to that world, maybe it won't be so garbled up.
Or you can just step through the portal.
Oh boy.
So we tie her up around Ryu. Okay.
Rope time! Rope, and you're tied up and all good.
While you're tying up the rope, Clara says, "Hey, Ma.
Yes?
So, if you're older than like all creations, then where did you get the bee to plane hop with?"
She looks at you and then says, You do realize these beads are far, far older than... You know that, right?
I did not.
They are basically condensed magic. The very essence of magic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure magic was around even before nothing.
Yeah,
So what happens if one of them gets destroyed then?
it doesn't. Though I suppose if it was destroyed, it would create a giant, massive explosion that could shatter and rip reality as we know it.
Clara's trying to think how when Cricket used the three things, did they shatter or did they just vanish?
Sure, they just vanished.
I don't know. So, Ryu, you get a reply back. Jezebel basically confirming that they're on their way.
It's clear. She said they're on their way.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank Bahamut.
I told you they were on their way. You need to worry less. It'll be fine.
Lady, I got to where I am now because I worry.
And I got to where I am because I don't.
You just have an answer for
Everybody's
everything,
got
don't you?
different strides.
Yeah, true. Though, to be fair, I have tried to lessen up on my paranoia a lot. It's not really helped in recent years.
So what happens if one of those beads just vanishes from reality?
It's gone, and that school of magic would probably cease to exist.
Because Cricket used three of them to go from Atropus to Cricket.
Well, they must still exist then. After all, you can still cast those spells, can you not?
And where did they go?
If I
More than-
had to guess, they are Cricket now.
And he used Cicada's spare body to create a body of his own.
So not only has he absorbed the orbs that are the very essence of those schools of magic, but now he's effectively parading around in a spare body with them.
Yep.
He hasn't
So-
done.
I'm going
He
to
hasn't
have a
done
look.
us.
Go ahead.
He hasn't done us much. In his defense, he hasn't really done us much harm. If anything, he's been a big help, especially when we were there.
Alex, just a reminder that Ozier is there as well.
I'm aware at this point he's just kind of been sitting here because he has no idea what's going on.
Fair enough, fair enough.
He's just looking around. It's like, I mean, I'm just an attendant. Should I just like go now or?
Charlotte walks back into the room with an anvil and places it down, and then goes back, walks outside once more. Looks like she's carrying some tools with her back and forth.
Sylvester's gonna watch her. Because she's interested in that kind of stuff.
So you're saying that Cricket is Cicada's spare body mixed with those other three crystals?
I mean, I don't know for sure.
And if that's the case, if someone were to kill Cricket, then those three schools of magic would cease to exist?
Probably, though. I don't know for certain. I mean, I'm just I'm just solicitous, you know.
What if
I can only speculate.
What if someone were to were to actually take direct control of cricket?
Then I suppose they'd be able to take control of those schools of magic.
Because that's pretty much damn near what the Drow did.
Okay, I got everything.
What you doing?
And Starla starts hammering away. I'm gonna try to make the frame of my special thing I want to do.
Every slam of the hammer that you do, Solicus mimics the sound.
I want to make that.
Okay. Would you know how to make that though?
They have seen parts and stuff, so it's an idea that's conspiring. It can be modeled off of a car, for example, or even a bike. I'm sure there's bikes over in Elf City.
All right.
Yes.
Vesta is curious because making things is her jam.
So,
Vesta, you see Charlotte making like a frame of some kind, a metal frame for a vehicle that looks like you can tell where things would go in just to push it forward.
I'll just be honest, it looks like you're making a bike. Like bikes would exist, and people would commonly know about them. It looks like you're making a bike out of metal.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, is there anything you guys would like to do before we wrap this session up?
Clara is curious. Why would you be able to tell if Cricket was nearby?
Oh yes, they're very, very quickly hurtling this way.
Well,
So he is made of the thing then.
The thing?
one last thing.
Yes?
Just one last thing. Do you know anything going by the title of The World Born Dead?
Oh, you mean Atty? Oh man, we go way back.
Oh, so you do know Atropus then?
I mean, we met briefly. Atty was, one of the kids. He's grown up so fast.
He's Cricket, by the way.
Are you saying Atropus is your son?
No.
She's saying he's one of the kids of the sleeping mother.
Yes.
And apparently he was born dead.
Anywho, my question was, if he was nearby, would you be able to tell if he was made of those stone things?
Probably.
I mean, I imagine as gods we could probably sense it.
Okay.
I mean, all you'd be able to sense really is that the schools of magic are on, because, I mean, he is an elder god.
Yep. I know.
So, any other questions or things?
I think that's about it.
All right.
All Alex is doing is just like unblinkingly watching the portal.
Then with that, we will wrap this session up here, and I'll see you all on Friday.
Alrighty.
where we
Goodbye.
will conclude this arc in the story. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.